So the conversation with the evolutionist has now turned to a point where they pin you now against the wall and say, well, why don't you believe in evolution? And here's your response. Well, I just maybe would like to point out a few unreasonable assumptions that you make as an evolutionist. The first assumption you make is something called spontaneous generation, that non-life produced life at some very distant time in the past. That's impossible, okay? Dead cats don't give you kittens. The second thing they're assuming is that it only happened once. We've never seen that again. The third thing they're assuming, well, is that somewhere along the line, single-celled life produced multiple-celled life. Protozoa gave rise to metazoa. And even a fourth point is saying that along this line, from the goo to the zoo to you, you've got invertebrate type animals, like jellyfish and worms, that gave rise to vertebrate type animals like me and you with a skeletal structure. At what point did it grow a skeleton? Do you see what I'm saying? And the last one would be, at what point do you have fish related to amphibians, to then reptiles, then to birds, and then to mammals? Think about not only their skeletal structures, but also the reproductive systems as well. You've got a lot of assumptions, and there are 5 assumptions that you make that are very unreasonable. Well, really, if you now apply reason, you would probably back off from your opinion that you now have. So that would be some assumptions that the evolutionist makes.
It seems like, statistically speaking, it's so impossible for those things to happen that had they come together, that it would be a miracle and therefore another argument for God's existence.